Thank you for joining us in this celebration of Traverse City High School's graduating class of 2002. It is a privilege to introduce Mr. James Pavelka, Superintendent of Traverse City Area Public Schools.
Thank you. This, I can tell by the excitement that was displayed as the students walked in, a very special night to many, many people. It's a great night for all of us. It's a great night for the students, parents, friends, our staff, Board of Education. I'd just like to also recognize Greg Williams, our former Board of Education president, in the audience and has been a real supporter of our program, and appreciate him being here with us. We'd like to welcome all of you here to this graduation. Would also like to thank all of you here this evening. I'd like to thank the parents and the support system that you provided and family members for our students. It really makes a difference. The relatives that are in the audience that provided help and support to our graduates. All of the friends that are part of our support system for our graduates. And a special thank you to the staff. I've been in education a long time, and I can tell you this group of people is the most dedicated, hardworking group of people that I have ever had a chance to work with, and they have put above and beyond the call of duty to provide support for our graduates. There's another group of people that deserve a thank you, and that's our Board of Education. 2 years ago when I arrived as superintendent, this group of people gave me a charge to put together a program which we today call Traverse City High School. And without their support, dedication, and hard work, this would not be reality. So thank you on behalf of the students and staff. I talk about support and support system. We all need support. We all need help. And as our students go through their career, some need more help than others. And I do hope that you as students, as you move through your lives, will provide support, help, and motivation as others have provided to you. Because that's what makes communities strong, that we work and help each other. And you folks have an awful lot of support. Fact is, I just received word yesterday that we received a $35,000 grant from the Rotary just so that we could provide support for Traverse City High School. Our community is a strong community, and we have a strong program at Traverse City High School because of the support that they and the school system have given. As you move through your next steps in life, this is just the first one. I remember that night that I graduated. I don't remember anything that the guy said that was giving the speech, by the way. But I do remember that it was the first step of many that you're going to take to be successful and be a successful member of our community. And I hope you stay in our community. I hope that you work here, that you play here, and that future generations of your families are here. But that comes with a price. You have to get involved as your parents, friends, relatives have got involved to help you. You're going to have to get involved to help others. And that would be my challenge to you, that you become an active member of your community, an active member of your school system, so others can have the support system that's been put forth for you. I know I'm very proud. Everybody in the room and everyone in the community is very proud of you tonight. Proud of your accomplishments, the hard work. It's easy to talk about hard work, but it's tough to do it. And we appreciate all of that effort and wish you the greatest future that one could have. thank you very much for sharing with me tonight.
At this time, it's our pleasure to introduce Ms. Victoria Baldridge.
There are places I'll remember all my life, though some have changed, some forever, not for better. Some have gone and some remain. All these places have their moments. With lovers and friends, I still can recall. Some are dead and some are living. In my life, I've loved them all. But of all these friends and lovers, there is no one compares with you, and these memories lose their meaning when I think of love as something new. Though I know I'll never lose affection for people and friends that went before. And I know I'll often stop and think about them. In my life, I love you more. Though I know I'll never lose affection for people and friends that went before. And I know I'll often stop and think about them. In my life, I've loved you all. In my life, I love you all. Okay.
Thank you, Victoria. Traverse City High Schools have a tradition of passing a gavel from one graduating class to the next. Each class adds their class colors to the colors of maroon and gold for Traverse City High School. Will Brianne Kelly, spokesperson for the graduating class of 2002, and Heather Spears, representative of the class of 2003, please come forward?
As spokesperson for the graduating class of 2002, I pass the gavel at Traverse City High School to the class of 2003. With this gavel, I pass along the honor and traditions of the Mavericks.
On behalf of the class of 2003, I accept this gavel and the honor and traditions that go along with it.
At this time, could I have President of the School Board, Mr. Crampton, come to the podium? President Crampton and members of the Traverse City Area Public School Board of Education, I present the Traverse City High School class of 2002. I affirm that these students have completed in satisfactory manner the requirements for graduation as set by the Board of Education and the Michigan Department of Education, and that they may now receive their diplomas.
Thank you. Thank you for coming tonight. You know, this is the second commencement. This year is the second commencement. And you have been in the news, in most cases not favorably. But yet you made it. Your graduation is important to you and to the Board of Education. You and the community have gained by your endurance. Please do not listen to the ill-informed critics. Remember, change for them is always difficult. Take what you have learned, take the pride you have in yourself, and take the pride the district has demonstrated in you. You are important human beings. We are glad that you have reached this milestone, and remember, commencement is just the beginning. Many of you felt that you would not have this beginning, but you stood your ground, you completed your task. Congratulations, and now go forth and spread the good news about your accomplishments. And then, therefore, I, on behalf of the Traverse City Public Schools Board of Education and Superintendent James Pavelka, I accept this class as ready to receive their diplomas, knowing they have met the requirements set forth by this Board of Education and the Michigan Department of Education. Thank you.
Before we introduce our students to you, I would like to recognize the following students that completed their graduation requirements with us but are unable to be here tonight. Kyle Donkers, Jennifer Hodges, Sarah Richter, Daniel Rowe, Sarah Schmidt, Anthony Stallman, Brent Wright, and Melissa Zagunas. At this time, I would ask Ms. Jennifer Sell to come forward.
Good evening. I'm very proud and honored to introduce to you tonight a 2002 graduate, Josh Boyer. I met Josh 4 years ago when he was a tad bit younger and very witty, intelligent, a bit outspoken. And then I hadn't seen Josh for a few years as I moved on in my position at Traverse City High School. Last fall, when Josh came in and enrolled in our school, he was a welcome face to see. It's been wonderful having Josh come back and finish up what he started those 4 years ago. He is a determined young man. That determination, trying to get his credits and be here tonight and graduate, was shown through not only the work that he did at school through his academics, but also his constant checking with Mr. Morgan on his transcript. I'm real proud of Josh. I feel real honored to be up here to be able to say to him, congratulations on the work you've done and congratulations on your graduation.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jody Murphy, the math teacher at Traverse City High School. I'm happy to introduce to you Eric Brackenbury. Eric is a very active young man who likes to work. This gentleman is currently working in the drywall business and has intentions of moving out west to become a snowboard instructor. I have enjoyed having Eric in class. He knows how to work hard and have fun doing it. I would like to present Eric Brackenbury.
Hello, my name is Lana Patnod, and I work at the school as a teaching assistant. I've also had the opportunity to work at the school to help coach the girls' sports teams, volleyball and softball, and basketball. That's how I've had the chance to get to know our next graduate, Stephanie Bruner. Stephanie spent her first 13 years as a California girl. She moved with her father to Traverse City the summer before 8th grade. Stephanie has worked very hard to achieve the credit she needed to make it here this evening. She also contributed to our yearbook, and she participated in volleyball and softball. One of my fondest memories of Stephanie is one of our trips to Ferris State for a volleyball tournament, in which we had to leave very early in the morning. Stephanie and her friends came to school complete with blankets, pillows, and breakfast for the long trip, and looking a little like they had just crawled out of bed. Stephanie has that certain something like a light that brightens a room. Every morning she comes to give me a hug and to tell me, "Good morning, Mrs. Patnod," with the hugest smile. What a great way to start the day. My relationship with Stephanie has given me an insight into what being a parent of a teenager is going to be like. She's both affectionate and independent. One day she got mad as a hornet at me when she disagreed with something I wanted her to do during a volleyball match. But the next morning she was quick to apologize, which is a rare trait for anyone, and to give me that special morning hug. I will miss her very much next year. Stephanie is unsure of her plans for the future at this time. She's very interested in both photography and cosmetology. She plans to work this summer and save money, both for school and to make a trip to California to visit her mom. I wish the best of everything for Miss Stephanie Bruner.
Hi. I just want to thank everybody for coming tonight. Thank my family, my friends. Dad, Laurel, Piglet, Mac Superboy, you guys are awesome. Thanks for standing by me every step of the way. Tanya, Faye, and my boyfriend Brandon, thank you also for standing by me. I love you all. The staff at THS, thank you for pushing me to get things done. Miss Potter for getting me mad and doing everything on time. Stephanie, Humphrey, and Megan Nemitz. Chantal Lorenz, if it wasn't for you guys, I'd never make it to school. So thank you guys. And thank you, my mom. She's not here, but she's here in my heart. And just thanks everybody out here. I'm done and I'm out of here.
I'm real proud to introduce our next graduate, Erika Beedrill. I met Erika 3 years ago at Program for Success, where I'm sure we have a few memories of working on, I think maybe it was language arts, but to be honest, Erika did a bit of boy watching too. She's come back to our school this year. She's worked very, very hard. I'm very proud of Erika because I know it hasn't always been a real easy job for her, an easy walk at all. She has this very special place in my heart. She always has a smile. She played on the volleyball team this year and gave it all her heart and soul. I'm going to miss her very much, and I know, oh, Erika, I wish you the best. Congratulations.
Good evening, friends and family. I would like to give a special thanks to the staff for all the support and help that they gave me to be here tonight. I would like to say thank you to all my friends for giving me the best memories of my last high school year, and to my parents who couldn't be here with me tonight. For helping me become here. It was the greatest thing they could ever do for me.
Hi, my name is Lance Morgan. I'm the student assistance worker at Traverse City High School. As most of you are aware, Earl Lee Chambers passed away in a car accident on October 20th, 2001. Earl Chambers had enrolled at Traverse City High School the previous spring and immediately made an impact on our staff and student alike. He was a pleasant, courteous young man who would always greet you with a smile and a warm hello. As a student, he was always inquisitive and interested in what you had to say. He was also very willing to disagree with you and engage in an intellectual discussion in an attempt to prove his point. He was extremely well respected by his peers and was always willing to help a fellow student in need. Earl Chambers touched my life and he changed our school. He'll be sorely missed. We're happy to award Earl an honorary degree as a graduate of the class of 2002. His brother Michael is here to accept his diploma. I have the honor of introducing Angela Rose Cioppino. In any profession, you run into moments or situations where you're not sure what to do or say. When I first met Angie in the fall of 1999, I had no idea how many of those situations we would share together. Angie has had several significant changes in her life over the past 2 years, including the births of her two sons, Tyler and Keegan. It would have been much easier for her to quit school, but that was never an option for Angie. So instead, she enrolled in the parent-teen program, worked extremely hard, and stands before you tonight as a graduate of Traverse City High School. So after hours of brainstorming, planning, arguing, yelling, and crying, you have finally done it. I can't tell you how proud I am of you at this moment. I know that Tyler and Keegan can't understand me right now, but I want them to know that they are very lucky to have a person like you as their mother. You'll be all right.
Good evening. First, I wanted to thank my parents for helping me through rough times and helping me support my children. I really would not be here if it weren't for them. I'd also like to thank everyone else who helped me get here. 2 teachers who put up with my attitude and my bad days and brought me up when I was down, Ms. Lazinski and Mr. Morgan. I never thought I would be up here wearing this cap and gown, looking at my friends and family being so proud of me. It really is a great feeling. It took a lot of hard work and changing for me to be here, but I did it, and I'm proud of my accomplishments. My sons Tyler and Keegan helped me grow up and realize what is important, and graduating was a very important piece, not only in my life but in theirs as well. I'm on my way to a great future for all 3 of us. Thank you again, everyone, and I love you, Mom and Dad.
Hello again. It's my total complete honor to introduce you to Lisa Colling Ballard. And yes, that name is hyphenated. Last fall, Lisa married her best friend, Chris Ballard. She had many good things happen to her this year, which is great because during the previous school year, she and Chris were in a serious car accident. Lisa spent most of the school year with a leg cast and crutches. She would sit on the bleachers during volleyball practice and say, "Just wait till next year." Well, she wasn't kidding. This year, she excelled in all 3 girls' sports, volleyball, basketball, and softball. I realize now how hard it must have been for her to sit by and watch the other girls playing sports the previous year. Lisa was involved this year in nearly everything at the school. She was chosen as our school representative at this year's Natural Helpers Seminar, which is a leadership and enrichment program. She served on the student council, and she played a huge part in putting together this year's yearbook. For 2 years, Lisa has helped me during the lunch hour, setting up and handing out lunches. She and I have spent many hours together in the tiny school kitchen at the Boys and Girls Club. Not only could I always count on her hard work, but I could also depend on her smile, her quick wit, and funny and clean jokes. We've shared many laughs, and she helped a great deal to make a rather tedious task into something very enjoyable. Lisa plans to attend the cosmetology program offered through TBA this fall. Her long-term career plans are to someday own her own salon, which I know she possesses the personality and determination to achieve. The best surprise for me in working at Traverse City High School is that I have found new friends in the students. I'm proud to present to you my good friend, Lisa Colling Ballard.
Hello. I'm standing here tonight thinking, wow, I finally made it. Without the help of the Traverse City High School staff, I would have probably dropped out. When I got here, it didn't take long for me to realize that this wasn't just another school that only cares about winning. It's a school that cares about us, the students. I've been here since October 2000, and in that time I have met so many wonderful people. My husband, Chris, one of my best friends, Charlene Thayer, and so many more, but especially the dedicated staff that helped me so much to get here. My parents, Chris, my family, and friends have encouraged me and believed in me the whole way. Thanks. I love you guys. Miss Patnod and Miss Novak, you're the best 2 coaches that I have ever had. I will always remember the long rides downstate to the volleyball tournaments, even though your vans would always be packed and uncomfortable. But hey, it was worth it. Mr. Holth, I know that there were a couple times that I would get upset because you'd always tell me to get to class when I just stepped out for a minute. I thought you were being unfair, but in all reality, you just wanted me to succeed, and guess what? I did. Mr. Holth, you are what keeps the school running. You're the best principal there ever will be. Keep it up. Thank you.
I am happy to introduce to you Joel Gansler as one of our graduates. Joel works well under pressure, has participated in various activities such as Student Council, Envirothon, School Improvement, the Campus Missionary Group, and the Blood Drive. He earned 12.5 credits this year, wow, while working at Ruby Tuesdays. Joel has worked hard to make school a nicer place with his good attitude towards authority and with his beautiful artwork. He loves to hike, canoe, raft the rapids, swim, and just be outdoors. He is a genuinely nice person and is grateful that his twin brother Travis, with the rest of his family, could be here to celebrate his graduation. I would like to present Joel Gansler.
There's a lot of people that I want to thank, and I just would take too long doing it. But Some of the people that are here tonight are Adam and Andrea Daly, and they're my youth leaders at my church, and they're two really awesome people. And a bunch of my friends from church, too, are here. My mom and my two sisters and my brother and my little cousin Alex are all here. And I want to say thanks to them. And but most importantly, I don't think that I would have graduated without the help of teachers like Nancy Jo Potter teaching me how to speak in class, and without the help of Eric Joseph Brightup, who I couldn't have gotten through science without him. And you know, there's so many teachers here that really helped me out, and I never really liked government until Meredith Lynne Rattay showed me what it was to really understand the judicial system, and along with her awesome sidekick, Jennifer Grace Sell. And so that doesn't cover all of them, but everybody that's sitting right here is like the only reason that I made it, because last year I was set on just dropping out, and I found out I was going to go to this school, and I felt like the biggest loser in the world, but because you hear all these negative things about it. But then when I got here and realized that, like, these people are so awesome, it's amazing. I don't know, I don't feel like I was taught by teachers. I think that it was more like my older brother and sister's friends that taught me or something. So thank you guys a lot, and thanks to everybody else who's graduating with me.
Tonight, I have the honor of presenting Lisa Horn. At the end of Lisa's 10th grade year, she seriously considered dropping out because she didn't want to go back to the school that she'd been attending. Her mom advised her to try out our school before she gave up on her education. It turns out it was great advice for Lisa. She says she found one-on-one guidance and unconditional support, and she also found a place that allowed her to learn at her own pace. This year, Lisa had to miss over a month of school due to a health problem, but she came back more determined and spunkier than ever, and she caught up quickly. She has been a joy to have on the yearbook staff for 2 years, and she is a constant and dependable source of contagious enthusiasm. Her plan for next year is to attend NMC, and her career plan is to become a kindergarten teacher, although she could probably be a country singer. I am pleased to present Lisa Horn as the graduate of the class of 2002.
Today I am graduating. This is the day that we celebrate the ending of a long 12 years of homework battles, first half of puberty, and the ugly fights between a parent and an adolescent smart mouth. Today I'm remembering all of it, the struggles I had in getting here, and special memories like the ones I had with my mom and my brothers. I'm remembering all that we've been through together and all the times that we've shared. I know they'll always be with me. No matter where I go from here, they'll always be right where they always have been, here in my heart, loving me like they always have. So like I said, today I am graduating, and it almost didn't happen. But thanks to Lance Morgan, Ron Holt, Jennifer Sell, and everyone on the Traverse City High School staff, because you've all made such a huge difference in my life, and I wouldn't have been here without you guys. Just when my immaturity was strongest and all motivation was lost, you people came through with your loving smiles to let me know that you were there for me even when things were hard. And even when they were easy, you were always there ready to help out. Oh, I'm lost. Also because of my loving family, my two brothers who have been a major part and help in me and my growing up. I couldn't even begin to tell them how proud I am of them and how much they'll always mean to me. I love you both very much. my wonderful and hardworking mother, my very caring boyfriend, and my fellow classmates standing up here with me tonight. We're graduating. I'm graduating, and I can't believe it. Before I end, I'd like to say I'm so very proud of everyone up here tonight. Congratulations, you guys. We did it. And I'd like to say this. Here's to a miracle worker who has granted me my every dream and kissed every ouch, both emotionally and those scraped knees. To the one who made the trip to the doctor's fun, the one who went without so I could have it all, the one who makes parenting look like it came with a handbook, to the one who taught me to sing and became my voice when I was scared, and spent time with me just because she loves being with me. To the one person who picked me up when I was down and placed me on the highest shelf in her heart, who has made every strike feel like it was a homer, to the one who stayed strong because she is, to the one who makes me feel like I am important, to my hero, the one who stood by me no matter what and who stuck by me through everything, to the best parent anyone could ask for, a mom a girl could only dream about, and a friend that most people only wish they had. She's done so much for me. A super mom with an invisible cape who really can do it all. And my bestest best bud. If you want to stand up, Mom, I'd like to say, thanks, Mom, you're the best, and without you, I wouldn't be here. Thank you.
I would like to present Stephanie Humphrey. I met Stephanie in junior high school. She always talked in a whisper, as though she was afraid to be heard. Her eyes would be anywhere but looking at yours, and she had a bit of stubbornness working for her. Over the course of her junior high years, she revealed a very capable young lady that possessed an extremely fine sense of humor. High school seemed a little too impersonal and overwhelming. It was easier not to be in class. Stephanie was frustrated with school. She wanted to be successful, but in school it just wasn't happening. Second semester of her sophomore year, Stephanie attended the SAVE program. When we opened the doors of Traverse City High School and replaced SAVE 2 years ago, she wasn't quite sure if this new school would be right for her. Stephanie's fears were unfounded. In these last 2 years, she has become a dominant sports figure, a dedicated office assistant, and friend to the entire staff. I'm very proud of her, and she's not a quitter.
I'm Eric Breitup. I teach science and physical education. I have the pleasure of introducing Sarah Yonke. I first met Sarah 3 years ago while I was student teaching at Buckley High School. And I always remembered Sarah because of her great smile and her outgoing personality. When she came to our high school last year, she didn't remember me, but I remembered her right away. Just by the way you interact with someone the first time you meet them, you'll always remember that person. And that's a life lesson that I've learned, and Sarah showed that example very well. Congratulations, Sarah.
Hi, I'm Karen Norton, and it is my great honor to introduce Nate Kath. I asked Nate's best friend to describe him, and this is what he said. Nate is a loyal friend, a dedicated husband and father. He's open-minded, he's smart, he's quick, and he's kind. Those words confirmed what I knew about Nate from observing him in the classroom. It was always a pleasure to have him there, and I really like him. At a young age, he took on the responsibilities of marriage and parenthood, and he's doing well at both. Nate credits his wife, Christina, for the fact that he's on this stage tonight. Her prodding got him here, and he lists her as the person he most admires. Nate has said that the most important thing to him is to give his daughter a good future. And to that end, his plans include college or enlisting in the Army, or both. I'm confident he will accomplish whatever he chooses to pursue. It's with great pleasure I present Nathaniel Reed Kath.
Hi there, I'm Mary Ratai, and I teach social studies, and it is my honor tonight to introduce Brianne Kelly to you. I can't start crying before I start talking. When I think about what Brianne has accomplished her senior year, I'm completely in awe. This girl can multitask like no one else I've ever met. She's been involved in everything from chairing the blood drive to student council, participating in sports like volleyball, softball. She served on our Envirothon team, and she's also the spokesperson for the graduating class of 2002. And on top of all that, she got a couple credits completed too. But more importantly than I think most of those things, she's a wonderful person. I know that she would drop about anything she was working on to help a student, a staff member, or anyone that she didn't even know. I can't tell you how many times I lost my grade book or my keys, and she found them for me. So I know that this summer the people in the AmeriCorps program are very lucky to have her working with them and to serve as a positive role model for all the children there. And Brianne, wherever you go next year or whatever you do, I think I'm always going to worry about you, but not because I'm afraid that you're not going to succeed, because I know for certain that you will. So, thank you.
I would not be standing up here tonight if it were not for the dedication of the Traverse City High School staff. They encouraged me when I needed motivation, they held me when I needed a friend, and they always stood behind me so I wasn't afraid to fall. I want to thank each and every one of you for giving me the opportunity to succeed, and I especially want to thank my best friend, my confidant, my hero, my mom. She was always there for me, she always stood beside me, and I always knew that she loved me. Thank you very much.
Good evening. My name is Donna Novak, and it is my privilege to introduce Amanda Lipe. Amanda is a quiet, steady, and pleasant presence who gets things done with no fuss and no complaining. She doesn't say much, but when she does, it is important and worth listening to. She likes to shop and rollerblade. She played on the school softball team this spring, and along with excellent infield play, you could always count on her for a line drive right up the middle. She has a beautiful little man in her life, her infant son, Evan James. Amanda is a good mother, and everybody hopes that for Amanda's sake, that Evan figures out the difference between night and day real soon. She's getting tired. Amanda plans to continue her education with the cosmetology program through the Career Tech Center. I know that whatever she ends up doing, she'll master it with the same quiet dignity that she has everything else so far. It is my honor to introduce Chantel Lorenz. Chantel is fun. You can always count on her to tell it just how it is. She has a flashy, classy sense of style, which will serve her well when she pursues her desire to become a cosmetologist. She is extremely creative and does beautiful artwork. Chantel loves to drag race, and she wins. Her truck has a Ford body, but she is quick to let you know that its guts are all Chevy. She has worked in the restaurant business all through her junior and senior high school years. She is thoughtful and generous. Chantel loves butterflies, and she reminds me of butterflies because she is a free and beautiful spirit.
It is my honor to introduce Ryan Mccoy as a graduate of the class of 2002. Ryan has had a senior year that most people dream about. He was named Student of the Year by the Kiwanis Club, quarterbacked an undefeated football team, and captained an undefeated basketball team. Ryan was also invited to play in the Michigan Alternative Athletic Association All-Star Game, which is an honor that is bestowed only on the most talented players in the state. Ryan is also a natural leader in the school and is respected by all students and staff. He has quietly accomplished all his goals for this year, and I'm sure he's currently setting his sights in the future. I believe with all my heart that Ryan will continue to be successful in whatever he pursues. This year's accomplishments clearly reflect a young man committed to excellence.
Thank everybody for coming out here tonight. First, I want to thank my family for being there for me. They're supporting me all the way. I love you guys and appreciate all the rides and all the lectures and stuff you gave me to get me here. I want to thank the staff, TCHS staff. You guys have done more than you know. If it weren't for you guys giving me the open door to go through, I know I wouldn't be here right now. I really appreciate all the hard work you guys put into the program. You've done a great thing helping us all achieve this goal. Thanks for not giving up on us and for making us feel at home with you. I'm glad I could be a part of you guys' family. Had a lot of fun these past 2 years. I'm going to miss you guys a lot, and I owe all this to you guys, all you guys that helped me. Thanks a lot, and good luck with your new school next year.
Good evening. My name's Perry Jones, and I'm the art teacher here at Traverse High School. And I'm really, have to tell you that I'm genuinely proud to introduce this next guy, Justin Miselek. I started teaching art here at the high school in January of this year, and Justin was in my first class. And I think first class is exactly the words I would use to describe Justin. I found him to be a guy that's, first of all, he's a very talented artist, really hardworking, conscientious, genuinely pleasant, and it's kind of fun guy to be around. But I think the most important thing is that he's genuinely a really nice guy. That's important in life. This is a really nice guy and a good person. And it's been just a lot of fun knowing the guy. I think he's terrific. He's a really good artist. It's one of those students that, as a teacher, you sort of look forward to bumping into occasionally down the street somewhere and say, hey, how you been? How's life going? And so I'm going to look forward to seeing Justin from time to time. Although I got to tell you, I see him all the time now, even though he's out of school, because he comes back every day to mooch bagels. He's there every morning hitting up the bagels, and I'm sort of worried about his nutrition in life. So I know Lisa up here got some roses, which is lovely. So for Justin, because I figure, who knows? I got some bagels. It's a long summer. He needs them. Cream cheese is going to have to get himself, So Justin Miselek. Yeah.
I was so excited when I had a chance to introduce Lisa Horn that I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Nancy Potter. I'm the language arts teacher. It's a pleasure for me to introduce Emily Nemitz. Emily came to us late in her education experience. After parting from Central in February, she joined the Traverse City High School family in April, our final quarter, to finish up and get her credits. Emily is an individualist, as are so many of our students who share the Maverick name. She has her own unique ways of accomplishing tasks, and she does accomplish them masterfully. She has been accepted at a couple of different Michigan universities, but her immediate plan for this fall is to move to Bend, Oregon. She says that wherever she ends up, she will pursue her education and will major in business. She's happy to be on stage tonight to accept her diploma and to make her mom proud. She says she knows this will tickle her mom pink. I am pleased to present Emily Nemitz.
It is my honor to introduce Nathan O'Brien. Nathan is a native of the area and completed most of his education at Traverse City West. He is the most courteous student I have ever worked with. He regards people with respect and just has good old-fashioned manners. When undertaking a task, he is productive and articulate. Nate loves to camp, even winter camping. Georgia, his girlfriend of 9 years, is a very special and important part in his life. After graduation, Nate plans to work and attend Northwestern Mission College to pursue a career in computers. With his excellent people and technical skills, Nate is sure to be an overwhelming success at future endeavors. Nate?
I'd like to speak a few words while I have this opportunity. I very much want to say thank you to my mom and dad, who have always been there for me through all these years of my schooling. And those years have been quite rough. And through it all, they've been there without fail. I want to give my utmost praise to the staff of Traverse City High School. This is the first school I've gone to where I've really felt like the staff cared about me, and that has made a big difference. I want to give my love and my thanks to Georgia, who's been the light of my life, and quite probably the reason why I'm up here today. Thank you.
I'm Jean Peltola, the school's occasional counselor. I am very pleased to present this evening Chelsea Pulford. Chelsea came to Traverse City High School about 2 years ago when the school first started, and her goal at that time was to receive her diploma. She said that she is very thankful to the staff for their flexibility and assistance in meeting her goal. Chelsea has been so busy working lately and trying to balance a number of different things in her life that we haven't seen a whole lot of her, and so it's good to have her here this evening. Chelsea is a loving and readily likable young woman. She has won the hearts of many of us. She plans to go to NMC and possibly into the culinary arts program in the fall, and she said that she would someday like to own her own restaurant. Congratulations, Chelsea.
Hi, again. Now it is my pleasure to introduce Chelsea Rogers to you. When Chelsea and I first met this past fall, she said something to the effect of, Mr. Attai, I work full-time, I work more than full-time, but don't worry, I'm going to get all my work done. And I have to admit, I wanted very hard to believe her, but I knew that she had a long, tough road ahead of her and many credits. Now, I feel so foolish weeks after knowing her because from the very next day, she brought in all of her assignments completed, always on time, while working full-time. This girl radiates a sense of responsibility and determination that few possess at her age. She's an inspiration to a lot of students who feel that you cannot work full-time and go to school. So I feel that Chelsea's past actions assure us all that she is and will continue to be a great achiever in the years to come for whichever direction she chooses to take her life. So thank you.
It's my pleasure to introduce Brandon Shepard. Brandon came to Traverse City High School in January, I believe it was, and I had the pleasure of being his physical education teacher for the last 9 weeks. It was great to always count on Brandon for a game of horse or pig at the end of class. I think another reason Brandon enjoyed gym class is because he's seen that physical exercise provides many other benefits. Among them are reducing stress and providing an increase in self-confidence. Since moving to Traverse City, Brandon has learned one of the most important lessons we could ever hope to teach, and that's independence. And what I mean by that is Brandon has always done what's best for him and not his friends. Sometimes you have to do it alone, but in the end, you'll be a better person for it. Congratulations, Brandon.
Good evening. My name is Mike Mccoy. I'm a teacher's assistant. And tonight I'm here to present Ms. Charlene Thayer. This is a young lady who excels in everything she puts her mind to, whether it be in the sports arena, where she was a main force in helping the softball team have a winning record this year, or in the academic field, where she's proven herself to us time and time again. In fact, I can't forget to mention that she did an excellent job in math class. And another thing is, I think I've only had to tell her to get to class once this whole year, so that's a good thing. It hasn't been a smooth ride this far, but she's a very strong person, and she emerged through the hard times and reached her goal of graduation. I know how happy she is to have her family and friends here tonight, and I know how proud her family and friends are of her. In fact, we're all very proud of her. I have no doubt in my mind that whatever she chooses to do in life, she will succeed. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my privilege and honor to present Ms. Charlene Thayer.
When I first came here to the school, I didn't really see graduation in my future. I always said that when I turned 16, I was going to drop out because I hated school. But the teachers at this school pushed me and helped me. They became my friends. I will always remember them, Mr. Morgan especially. Whenever I would slack off and hang in the hallways, he always pulled me back into my classroom and made me get my work done, and I thank him for that. I also thank all the teachers for being there when I had questions or problems. Mr. Holt, you were the one who kept this school together. You have helped us all succeed. Thank you all so very much. Now I want to thank my parents for being there for me through thick and thin. You guys never gave up on me and always believed that I would make it here someday. Well, today's the day, and I know just by the looks on your faces that you're proud. Having you guys here and my family here makes this day all the more special to me.
It gives me real pleasure to introduce to you Jennifer Lynne Van Est. Jenny, I was just sitting here thinking about how appropriate it is that you were the last one to receive your diploma. Because I'm pretty sure you were the last one to finish. Yesterday afternoon, about 1 o'clock, Jennifer asked me if I could help her with her last 3 language arts assignments. I don't know if she was panicked, but I thought that it was cutting it a little close. A while ago, Jennifer made some life-changing decisions. She moved away from home, and she started paying all of her own bills. That required her to work long hours, and eventually she dropped out of school. Dropping out was easy. Then she did the really hard thing, and she decided to finish. She moved back home, but working at 2 jobs and going to school often left her exhausted. The flexible scheduling offered at Traverse City High School allowed her to continue her jobs and to finish her credits. Even when she showed up tired, I was always happy to see her. Jennifer is friendly, smart, engaging, and a delight to talk to. When Jennifer walks into a room, you might as well just pull up a chair. She plans to continue working, and eventually she would like to become a dental hygienist. I think Jennifer will be a great hygienist because she already makes me smile. Well done, Jennifer. Congratulations.
Well, I am a procrastinator. I will say that for sure. There was one day last year when I thought I'd never be here. I thought last year that I was strong enough and smart enough to live on my own and go to school. I got a job at Streeter's last January and was working there more than I was going to school. It's really hard working from 5 p.m. to 3 a.m., going to bed at 4 by the time I got home, be up by 6 in the morning, go back to school until 3, and then have to be back at work at 5. I want to thank my dad. If it wasn't for you telling me how important it was to finish school, I wouldn't be here. My soon-to-be stepmom for helping me out whenever I needed help, and only asking that I graduate in return. My mom and my stepdad for encouraging me. Thanks, you guys. And I can't forget my brother sitting over there. I almost forgot him in my speech when I read it to him. He's like, "Where am I at? I helped you out a lot," and he did. Giving me a place to crash when I didn't feel like going home. Just going to hang out with him and his girlfriend. To the staff, you guys, for yelling at me to turn my stuff in because I am a procrastinator. Mrs. Novak, when are you going to get your timesheets in for work? I think I was about 3 or 4 months late on those. I thank you guys, and I love all you guys.
Thank you, members of the school board. At this time, Mr. Morgan will present scholarships for Traverse City High School.
This year, Traverse City High School is fortunate to award a scholarship to a deserving student who has made a significant attempt to change his or her life in a positive way. Previously, I had the honor of introducing Ryan Mccoy to you, and while he clearly achieved tremendous success this year, his earlier attempts at high school were somewhat more tenuous. On at least 2 separate occasions, Ryan decided to drop out of school. Even as recently as last spring, Ryan informed me that he had a job and he would no longer be coming to school. He told me that he would be back in the fall. I did not believe him and was disappointed thinking that would be the last time I saw of him. Ryan proved me wrong. He is an example of why we should never give up on any student. I am honored to award this year's Turnaround Scholarship to a very deserving young man, Ryan Mccoy. Next, I have the honor of introducing the winner of the Earl Chambers Memorial Scholarship. I introduced you to Earl earlier this evening as a caring individual who was always looking out for the needs of others. The Earl Chambers Scholarship is an annual award that is given to a student who shares Earl's same vision of values. Earl was a young man who served as a reminder to us all to treat one another with simple kindness and respect. This year's award is presented to Lisa Colling Ballard. Lisa is known as a caring and thoughtful student who is always concerned about the welfare of her fellow classmates. I am honored to present her with this award. The last scholarships to award are the Susan Ruth Pavelka Memorial Scholarship. Mrs. Pavelka was an elementary school teacher in the Grand Ledge, Hopkins, and Wayland school districts for nearly 15 years. She was actively involved with her family, students, and her community. She was a caring person who advocated for quality opportunities for all students. I met Mrs. Pavelka only one time, exactly 1 year ago today, at our first graduation ceremony. She was a delightful woman who was obviously touched by the accomplishments of our graduates. Through her generosity and concern for our students, we are able to award 3 scholarships in her honor. These scholarships awarded to students who plan on continuing their education past high school. The first recipient is Brianne Kelly. Brianne plans on attending college in the fall to pursue a degree in education, and on several occasions she's told me that my job is not safe. The second recipient is Lisa Horn, as you were mentioned earlier. Lisa will be attending NMC in the fall to become a kindergarten teacher. And the final recipient is Charlene Thayer. Charlene is moving tomorrow or Sunday, but she plans on attending college and pursuing nursing.
At this time, would the graduates please rise? You may... You may now move the tassel to the left side of your hat. Congratulations, class of 2002! And for our recessional, once again, Miss Victoria Baldrek.
For all those times you stood by me, for all the truth that you made me see, for all the joy you brought to my life, for all the wrong that you made right, for every dream you made come true, for all the love I found in you, I'll be forever thankful. You're the one who held me up and never let me fall. You're the one who saw me through it all. You were my strength when I was weak. You were my voice when I couldn't speak. You were my eyes when I couldn't see. You saw the best there was in me, lifted me up when I couldn't reach. You gave me faith 'cause you believe. I'm everything I am because you love me. Ooh, yeah, yeah. You gave me wings and made me fly. You touched my hand, I could touch the sky. I lost my faith, you gave it back to me. You said the star was out of reach. You stood by me and I stood tall. I had your love, I had it all. I'm thankful for each day you gave me. Maybe I don't know that much, but I know this much is true. And I was blessed because me.